What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are in the off season. This is the time to be alive. If you're a Lions fan, we got draft picks. We got money in free agency.
Yes.
We just put out a video about how the Lions are going to be good, or what 5 reasons will the Lions be good in 2022 after this off season and everything. Now we're going to tell you 5 reasons they could be bad again. And so we're going to each give 5 reasons. We're going to start with Craig. Craig, you give 5 reasons why the Lions, I almost said Pistons, why the Lions are going to be bad. And then I'll share my 5 reasons why they'll be bad as well. And so go for it, man.
Well, and I'm glad we're doing the bad. Like we always say to begin our videos, we're homers that like to keep it real. So we got to do the bad. Like we have to do the bad. We can't just have these rose-colored glasses on and think like, oh yeah, Lions are going to dominate. They're going to be the best team in the league. They're going to be the Bengals, right? Like all of a sudden, no. Worst to first doesn't always happen. So let's talk about the struggles. Number 5 reason the Lions are going to be bad is that Jared Goff, my number 5 reason they'd be good was Jared Goff. My number 5 reason they'll be bad is Jared Goff. And it's just simply he will prove that he's not good enough to win with a mediocre roster. Yep. You need to have an elite roster in order to win with Jared Goff. I think that could be the case. He had an elite roster in LA. That's being proven by the Super Bowl trip. So I think it's one of those things where is he good enough to win with a mediocre roster? And that's why I think it could be a struggle. Yeah, that's number 5. You want me to hit number 4? I'll hit number 4.
Hit it.
All right. Secondary. There's a lot of bodies back there, right? And there's pieces that we like. We like Jerry Jacobs. We like Tracy Walker. We might like Jeff Okudah. I don't know. We know we like Aruarie because he has a magnet for the football. Yep. But here's the thing: the secondary lacks elite talent. At least right now, it lacks that lockdown corner, that free safety that is roaming and just making life miserable for the other quarterback. So we don't have that. We have good players. Tracy Walker's he played well this year, but it lacks elite talent. And that's one of the reasons I think we might struggle to get over the hump this year.
I totally agree with that. Like you said, a lot of bodies out there, but give me a guy. I need a guy. Yep.
Yeah. Give me the dude. I think is that a lot of guys. I need a dude.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of guys out there. Give me that dude. Let's make a play. Go for it. Yep.
Cool. All right. Number 3, we don't have like a great pass rush. Like there's still a question on Okwara. Is he going to come back strong from the Achilles? Is he going to come back at 90%? 90% of Okwara is a guy who might not make it in the league, So, I mean, he has to come back full. He was kind of one of those fringe, like, am I really good or am I just an okay D end? And now that Achilles might mess with it. Is Harris coming back? Are we going to pay him $7-8 million? Like, what does that look like?
Right.
Who are we going to draft? I don't know. Who's going to produce a pass rush from the front 4 or 3 or however you want to say it? Like, I'm a little worried about that.
Yep. I agree. We need somebody to emerge.
Number 2, linebacker. We don't have one. Like, I get it. Barnes, like, maybe he makes a big step. Maybe Reeves-Maybin, he filled in adequately, but his best role is special teams and backup, like, and do spot duty. I think Anzalone is probably gone. The writing's on the wall with that based on that tweet that he had about it's been good or whatever. So, like, what do we have at linebacker? Like, we need to get to work on this, and it's just a void. It's a void. All right. Number 1, you ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
After going through all these, talking about the secondary, talking about linebackers, talking about D-line, all of a sudden it just hit me. We just have too many holes to fill. Right. So I even wrote it down, like a draft wish list and stuff like that. So we need 3 wide receivers. That's from Randall L. himself, the wide receiver coach.
Yep.
Right. We need an edge rusher. We need at least 2 linebackers. Okay. We need a safety. We need a corner, and we need a tight end, and we need backup offensive linemen. Like, I understand that we have some free agency money and we have a lot of draft picks, but to be able to hit on every one of them, that's 9 either starting or almost as important as starting caliber positions that we have to fill on this team. That's
9. That's a great, and that really, because like you said, we can just look at, hey, look, we added this guy, right? Whoever we add or whatever. And it's like, we have 8 other holes, like you said, legit
7 to 8,
holes.
whatever. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Okay. No,
A
that's really
lot.
good, man. I think you nailed it. Mine are real similar. My number 5 is Goff as well.
Oh,
Just,
nice. Great minds.
I mean, we know that's a simple one. If he doesn't play
Yeah.
well, we can just stop talking, and he's got to hit open receivers.
6 and 11 looks great.
Yep. Number 4 for me, this is kind of a weird one, but we'll be bad if special teams is not really polished up like it was this year at the end of the year,
Okay.
where we found our kicker, we have a good punter, we just played well
Yes.
special teams. But if our kicker is not the guy, it looks like he is, but if he's not the guy, we're not blowing teams out. I mean, those are huge 47-yard field goal. We got to hit those. We saw early in the year what happens when you don't have a kicker. It's miserable. You just
Miserable.
you're down. Yeah, you're down 3 going into half. We go to tie it up, you miss. I mean, it's just, we can't win without a kicker. We need a kicker. So
most underrated position in football. Hey, kickers need love too. I'm telling you. I could go do a whole video segment on the kicker. Like I'm not going to do it. Keep going.
No, I'm not
going to do it.
It changed our whole, it didn't change our season, but it really did. You look at the difference between, we didn't have a kicker, then we're making field goals, we're staying in the game. I mean, it's just
you don't lose momentum.
Yeah, so that's special teams. Number 3, I went with injuries again. We can't if we're just get some key players go out, we're just not deep enough. You said it, we've got a bunch of holes. I went with injuries with number 3. That again, that's almost a cop out with Goff and the injuries.
No, but you had a hidden one that's not a cop out in it. It's depth.
Yep.
Because there's so many holes to fill. There are injuries. Like that happens to every team. So if you don't have depth, you're screwed. Yep. So injuries are not a cop out because they only make a big deal if you don't have depth. And with all the holes we have to fill, I don't know what the depth's going to look like. That was a good point.
Yep. Number 2, we'll be bad if the D-line doesn't. Yeah, we need a pass rush. We need something. We need something. So somebody needs to emerge. We need to draft somebody, which it looks like we probably could very easily. And so
we could easily draft somebody. You're right.
Give me something. I need a dude again. I need a dude on the D line. If we don't get that, it just makes everything a little harder, and it's just going to be harder. And then finally, my last reason why we would be bad is wide receiver. We saw it with Goff. If we can get open, if Goff has receivers, he'll hit them. I really believe that, but he's not good enough to put it in a real tight spot. You got to get open. So we saw it with St. Brown. We'll see if we can add a couple and just get open and then run after catch. I mean, we need playmakers on our with the wide receivers. And if we can get that, man, I feel like, let's go offensively. What are we doing here? This looks nice. But if we don't get a couple, it's just like, I don't know how we can do it. It's going to look a lot like last year. We're trying to run, and you just need some explosive plays, man. So that's what we need. And so I don't know. What is there anything else we're missing with there? Because I don't like going down this road because it seems too.
No, we can end it.
Yeah, it seems too real. Like as you talk about how they could be bad, it's like I could see all this playing out.
I like the good video better.
Yeah,
I really did. I think that was a lot better. I think we can end the video now, but let's not try to be too depressing with it. I am interested. All right, wager your bet right now for the few people that are still watching this far into the video. Okay,
this depressing video.
What video gets more views? Why the Lions will be good or while they'll be bad? After 1 week, which video will have more views?
Good.
I'll go with bad.
Let's check. Yeah, I can't wait. So
Let's
watch them both. And subscribe. If you subscribe, it just means that you're going to get our latest videos. That's all there is to it. And it's just a good way to stay in touch. We put out videos almost every day. So we will catch everybody on the next one.
See ya.